When public trust is undermined by public institutions, that's the topic of today's video, folks. The Monongahela National Forest is a major attraction here in West Virginia, not only for the people that live here, but for the people that visit our state. We depend on government websites for accurate, trustworthy information. So about almost a week ago, I discovered that the Monongahela National Forest website, this is a public government-run website that is supposed to render factual information about the Monongahela National Forest to those people that visit that site. Well, on your screen, you're going to see in the upper left-hand corner, and I'll zoom in on it for you. This is really disturbing. It says the radical left Democrats shut down the government. That's how it starts off, and it has a little warning triangle. Well, first of all, it's not true. So, folks, this just isn't inappropriate. This is propaganda. And it's not factual either. And let's talk about that for just a second, because those West Virginians that get their news from Fox News or go on the Republican Party's website, the West Virginia Republican Party's website, they'll see this propaganda is well coordinated, I'll give you that, but it's just not factual. And this is why Democrats are not responsible for this government shutdown. Republicans have control of Congress. That's a fact. They also have the presidency. And it is incumbent on the party that is in charge in Congress to craft a bill that will get the requisite number of votes to pass. And if Republicans don't have that majority in-house, then they need to work with the opposition party, in this case the Democrats, to obtain the requisite number of votes to pass a bill. They didn't do that. They want to play the authoritarian game. The head of the Republican Party loves to thrive on chaos. And what better way to create chaos than to shut the government down? This affects a lot of people, folks. They can put up and keep repeating misinformation and propaganda on Fox News, on their various different websites, to include the West Virginia Republican Party's website. But that doesn't change the facts. And the fact is, they didn't reach out and coordinate and do some sausage making to make sure they had enough votes to pass a bill to fund our government. Let me just say, government websites are meant to serve all Americans, regardless of political affiliation. They're supposed to be neutral, factual, and focused on public service. They're not. These websites are not, government websites are not supposed to be used as billboards for political propaganda. And that's exactly what this is. When agencies funded by our tax dollars start parroting campaign-style rhetoric, it's not only unethical, it's corrosive to the public trust. And that is the real tragedy here. And that's why this is so egregious. This kind of messaging, it violates the basic principle of nonpartisan governance. It weaponizes public resources for political gain, and it erodes faith in our institutions, which is most concerning to me. These institutions are meant to serve everyone equally. Whether you lean left, you lean right, or you're in the center, we should all be able to agree that our government websites should not be used to push political narratives. Period. We cannot allow this to continue. It risks normalizing this type of behavior. And trust me, if the Democratic Party was in power in Washington, D.C., Republicans would be flipping off their seat if the Democrats did the same thing. Let's demand better. Let's restore integrity to our institutions that belong to all of us. I'm Lou Assaro. I'm a candidate for the West Virginia House of Delegates, which has currently a supermajority in the West Virginia House of Delegates. There are 100 delegates. There are only 9 Democrats. So you don't hear a lot of squeaking wheels about what's going on in West Virginia because the Republicans can pretty much pass anything they want without any Democratic, any involvement from Democratic lawmakers. We're only running into this situation at the federal level because the Republicans don't have enough votes to unilaterally pass the bill to fund the government. There's a fire hose of different issues. They're all serious, and I think this is an orchestrated attempt, really. I'm taking one issue today, but there are over 100 issues I could have chose. Our democracy is getting eroded away, and that's why I'm standing up and running for the West Virginia House of Delegates. Protect our American institutions. Stand up. Do something. That's the patriotic thing to do. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm running for public office. If there was ever a time to get involved in politics, now is the time, folks.